This is a demonstration of using two 2014 Panel Plus to change the incoming and outbound ports on SLA hardware. So right now I'm connected to the board through a serial port through COM3. I can also connect to the board over Ethernet. So I'll go ahead and do that. But once we change the ports, I will no longer be able to connect to it through Ethernet until I configure Panel Plus. So now I'm connected through the network. And I will go configure network settings. So the command and control port, that's the port on the PC that receives data. I'm going to change that to 10032. The default is 14002. Command and control inbound port 1, that's on the SLA hardware. The default is 14001. I'm going to change it to 10031 and hit send, and we have to save params and reset the board. I'm not going to change command and control inbound port 2, which is 14003. That's reserved generally for user-written ARM applications that run on our hardware, and internally to the hardware use that port to communicate with the hardware. So did that, parameters, save to board. I'll also go back to compression, and I'm streaming to port 15004, and I will change that to 10034. Save, send. Parameters, save to board, and now a reset board. So I've reset the board, and now I'll try to reconnect over Ethernet, which should fail because we've changed the outbound and inbound ports. And we can see it's trying to get version number, and there's no success there. I'll go ahead and connect to the COM port, and we'll just verify that the parameters were set. So you go through the COM port at 57.6, and on the 3000 this goes to serial 0, which is set up by default. And you can see over here I've been able to connect to the board. I go configure network settings. I'm 10032, 10031, and my compression is streaming to 10034, and I've got live video. At this point I will go ahead and set up the system to communicate to the new ports over network. I'm going to go ahead and restart Panel Plus just as a test. So I've restarted Panel Plus, and I refresh my list, and I pull down my list, and we'll go ahead and manually enter the network ports and the IP address. So I will enter a known IP address, 192.168.1.188. I'll add, and then I'll use sending commands to the board. I'll use 10031, receiving commands from the board on the PC, 10032, and I'll hit use these. Go ahead and close this. Now I go down to my IP address, and now you can see I can connect, and I'm connected through 10031 and 10032. Now every time I restart Panel Plus, because Discover generally will not work over this network, I will need to go to advanced IP address and hit add, and then use these in order to connect to the board. So I'll go ahead and show that. Okay, so I've restarted Panel Plus. I look at my list, I have my COM ports, I refresh the list, and I still don't see my board. Now I go ahead and go to Advanced IP, and you can see the known board IP address has been persisted, the one I typed in last time. So I'll need to go add that, and with ports have also been persisted. So I'll hit use these, close this. Now I look at my board, it's there, and I'll be able to connect to it. So now I'm running, and I'm streaming over port 10034. That's it.